Morning. So I've got a day off today. I don't really know where to start. I've got a lot of phone calls and a lot of emails to make and deal with. But I need to shoot to Lakeside very, very quickly, grab something, and then come back. So I may continue to do a long vlog today, and equally it may be very short if I don't get off this phone. So let's see how this day unfolds. So now it's the next few hours sorting out YouTube, make a list of my phone calls, emails, voicemails, slowly going through them all on the day off. So hopefully make a few adjustments to the channel and see what kind of vlog I can get up today. It's going to be a boring one today, but it's what a vlog is, isn't it? It's what we're up to. So, speak to you all soon. Okay, so I've got a lot of the stuff I needed to do today, so now I'm going to try and find one of these. Because I have pinged off, I don't know, hit the curb a little bit too hard, I think. Pinged off, so I need to go and try and find one of them to sort of finish the car off and then maybe get it cleaned or something, I don't know. Okay, so while I'm driving, someone has just inboxed me that they used to develop while they were before they started a family, and so they inboxed me that they don't get the time anymore, and they've been watching some of the videos on YouTube and what they can do to improve that. And the question was, can I sit at home on my own and develop with the spirit world just on my own, not in a circle format, you know? And so what I always try to recommend for some people is that a friend and colleague of mine, Tim Abbott, raised a book called Raising the Standards, and a lot of exercises in that book are about sitting for the spirit world while on your own, you know, something like let the spirit world teach you. And a lot of my own development, although I did sit in circles and I did attend a handful of residential courses, a lot of my own development was done at home, done just sitting there in the power, as they call it, and asking the spirit world to teach me their own way in what I needed to learn, what emotions, what feelings, and then I created like a meditation. Well, I didn't create, the spirit world gave me it. A meditation which I keep promising to put on a CD at some point, but I'm still going through a lot of it myself at the moment, and learning the strong points and maybe some of the weaknesses that are within that. It seems very powerful, and I'm really reluctant to put it out there and not understand the full meditation myself. So I answered the question. You can sit on your own with the spirit world. You can create your own area, your own safety. A lot of people like meadows and benches or caves, you know, the usual kind of thing that you'll read on the internet or you'll see upon the vlogs or the tutorials on spiritual development. But the reality is that you can do this anywhere, at any point, at any time, and learn what emotions are, you know, through communication, asking the spirit team or the spirit guide to blend in the time that you've set aside. So I thought it was a good question. A lot of people are led to believe that this is very difficult to achieve, or really hard a lot of effort, a lot of work, and the reality is that I released a video yesterday, effort equals reward. There is a lot of laziness in mediumship, a lot of it, and a lot of people get complacent, and a lot of people don't look to develop more and more and more, and so it depends what level you're wanting to go out at. Right, hopefully I've sorted that out now. Don't know where I got up to there, but it's about the where you want to take your work to, whether you want it to be a professional or whether you want to just use it as a hobby, whether it's going to be something that you're looking to develop over many years, or whether it's just something that sparks your interest, will determine what the answer will be for that. Whether you just want to use it as a social thing, you know, parents with young children, maybe using it just to get out of the house for a few hours, and they're spiritually minded and they're looking for people with like minds. Equally, you may have had like one of these callings or huge awakenings that we kind of see or read about upon the internet, upon YouTube, and the reality is that it's very unique to the individual. Everyone's story will be very samey, maybe even exaggerated, some of them, to have that sense of importance there, but you know, each to their own, and what their reasoning is behind it. My own story, my own reasoning behind was I had a huge loss, and then my mind seems to open up a little bit, but you know, it's each to their own, each to their own. So the very simple answer there is that development can come in many different forms, over many different time frames. If you can only afford to do 10 minutes a day, then 10 minutes a day it is. If you're fortunate enough and you can do a few hours a day, and you can do residential courses, and you can pay for in-depth or quality tuition, then of course you do that. But that's in every walk of life, isn't it? I've just purchased a mouse for the MacBook Pro for video editing, to edit these vlogs and videos, and of course they've got the £9 option that people say sort of cuts in and out, or you can buy the Apple version, and because it's Apple, it's going to cost you £100 for a mouse, you know. So it's what's available. It's, you know, you're getting quality with Apple. You know it's going to work with the MacBook Pro. You know it's going to be everything that it's designed to do. Equally, there's a cheaper version. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. And this is exactly the same. Your spirit team, on the other hand, are always your spirit team. They know what's best for you. They know what to give to you. The downside is that you don't trust it. The downside is that we question our intuition. The downside is what if it's me? What if it's my mind? What if it's me doing that? So thanks for listening. Made this annoying journey down this terrible road a little bit more interesting for me. So I didn't have any luck with getting that clip. It turns out it's going to be a lot more difficult than I had planned. So I do need to eat, so I'm going to put the camera down for a little while and go and grab a bite and start deciding what I'm going to do later. So for now, I'll speak to you later. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Look, who's that? Who's that? Oh, you've been good. You've been good boy. You've been good boy. Then I go on and set the truth on fire. It's gone too far and I just can't go back. Hello. talk? Gonna talk? Right, me. And me. Hey. Bobby. Got me proper nervous now. You don't like me, don't you? Hello. Hello. Come on then, talk. Bobby. Oi. Good boy, hey? Stop biting me. Stop biting me. You gonna say something? Stop biting me. You're not allowed to bite me. Ah! Stop biting me. Bobby. Wait, wait! Naughty. So at IKEA, let me include it. Right, so sorry. Studio shopping. Get this studio up and running. A couple of months. IKEA is a nightmare. Is there anyone ever that walks in here and left without buying anything? It's a total nightmare. So.